Alright, welcome back to Right on the Edge, everybody. Today, we are going to watch a video about the of Las Vegas, a place known only really for gambling, because no one else would probably choose to live in a stupid desert if there wasn't gambling there.
Not true.
But now we have gambling everywhere else, so Vegas is stupid.
They have prostitution too
Oh, you're
outside
right. You're
Clark
right.
County.
You're right. And prostitution. Good. We got all our bases covered. And giant buffets. That's all I hear about Vegas. And then some people are like, "Oh my gosh, the greatest thing ever." I have been there. It is not that great.
You've been to Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly
cool. I want to go
two
there.
times. It was
Was it out of
awesome.
your own free will?
Yep. Prostitutes weren't even that good.
You saw a prostitute? You wanted to see a
Of
prostitute?
course not.
I was gonna say, bro, what kind of secret life are you living?
The secretist of secret lives. But that's not what we're here about today. We're here about the mole people. All right. And credit to Brandon Bucky. Who make this video? Forgot who made this. Rui Cincinnati documentaries. Alright.
I seen part of this video, by the way, but I'm not gonna say too much about
He
it.
has
So.
spoiled it already, boys. We're gonna have to pick a new video. Right. Done. It's over. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, let's watch it and see what happens.
Underneath Las Vegas.
Oh, also, friends and grandpa died today, so drinking rum and coke in honor of him. Favorite drink, so glass it up for the homies that pass away. Yeah, none of us are here forever, but he raised a great family while he was here. For the most part, people have a little bit of an attitude sometimes. I'm not gonna name names though. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But this one goes out to him. All right, now we're gonna watch the video. I just wanted to put that in there since we're in this today. What do you think, Megan?
Oh, I have another comment on. I don't know the guy.
Yeah, Megan's
But
like, I
rest in
don't know
peace,
you.
dude. Yeah, I don't even really know your friend, so rest in peace to your friend's grandpa.
Rest in peace,
Hope she
homie.
finds peace.
I'm sure she will. I think she's drinking right now too. So we're gonna get drunk together, and watch this video.
There's approximately
I'm
200
I'm
miles
drinking
of
Briz.
tunnel network. These tunnels have become a
Wow, that's
secret
hardcore.
grove for the so-called.
I ain't gonna lie about it though. I mean, if you're in Vegas, I know he's about to say so-called mole people and stuff like that, but if you're in Vegas, bro, living in a tunnel might actually be preferable to living on the surface. It's a desert. Just saying.
I don't know, man.
Mole people.
Anybody that hasn't seen the light of day in a long time, I don't know if I want to meet them. It might not be civil. These tunnels are 7 floors down.
7 floors.
People turn great, and there are people out there that haven't seen the light of day and never will.
The city dazzles with luxury hotels, casinos, and endless entertainment. Millions of people visit Las Vegas every year, but many don't know what exists just below this desert paradise. The
It's not a paradise.
endless darkness has slowly altered the way people think and behave.
I got shot in the head with a gun.
Somebody died right where we were standing last night.
Some of them were even born into this dark world. These people have no IDs, and they hide in these tunnels to stay away from the law.
The police radios and stuff would not work down here.
So what you're looking at is a map of the tunnels in Las Vegas. There's about 1,500 people that live in that system.
The tunnels have their own
Holy
names,
cow.
like
I've always wondered what sort of thing triggers people's heads to be shaped like that.
What?
Look at this guy's head. Look
Yeah.
and
Nobody
they
on the
compare
street
it.
level knows
Not
what
this
is
guy.
going on
He has a
We're
normal
about
head.
to dive deep into the tunnels, which are connected to many other tunnels.
Hold up. Let's go backwards, right? So we can identify the heads I'm talking about.
IDs, and they hide in these tunnels to
Right.
stay away from
Bro
the
was
law.
there. So let's
The
do
police radios and stuff would not work
right there. You see what I'm
Oh,
talking
I
about?
don't know.
down.
Yeah, it did. Look,
So what
look.
you're looking
Okay,
at
I
is a
thought.
map.
Boom. Look, I thought it was like a. You know, it just looks like they some came from like the same part of the world because they got like this shaped head. I'm like, what ancestry leads you to have that shaped head? I mean, my head looks like Mega
Derek.
Mine, right? Because that's how big and smart I am, obviously. But that guy's head, dude. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I was like, I
Map of the
always
tunnels
wondered.
in Las Vegas. It's
Like, honestly, dude, it looks like that guy did crack for a long time and then lost his teeth. But he has all his teeth. So, you know
about
what I mean?
1,500 people that live in that system.
Yeah.
The tunnels have their own names, like neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
Nobody on the street level knows what is going on underground. We are about to dive deep into the tunnels, which are connected to many other tunnels. Let's descend into darkness, where these tunnel people have built their lives.
I do often, though, question people that wear this shirt. I don't know.
What about that shirt?
There's something about that black dot in the back that annoys me. Like mid back,
Oh, I don't know.
it looked like it make my back
This
itch.
is the Narcan, the nasal spray. So if you see
I
somebody
have no idea
overdosing,
what
you
that
can
is.
hit them with this, and it'll bring them back. You get 30 minutes. You still have to call an ambulance. Super easy. Pop it out, right in the nose.
We can't just walk in unless we're with Rob, who survived 5 years down here. The entrance is blocked with metal bars to stop people from entering and to keep trash out during floods.
What is the worst thing that happened to you in the tunnels?
Probably the flood that we had a few years ago when I lost two of my best friends.
The ground in Las Vegas is extremely hard, so rainwater can't soak into the soil the way it normally would. To prevent
Yeah.
flooding on the streets, these tunnels were built to direct water under the city. So when it rains, the water rushes straight into the tunnels where people are living. Even on a sunny day in the city, a rainstorm 15 miles away in the mountains can send a flood rushing down these tunnels in minutes. Every time this sudden disaster hits, people in this massive underground city lose their lives to drowning.
A lot of trash here.
We ran into Nate
It
first.
just seems like
He
a
warned
bad
us not
idea
to
all
enter
the
the
way
tunnel.
around.
Well, you have to think,
Yeah, to
Megan.
live down there?
Yeah, you know what? You have to think, Megan. I'm just gonna say it because everybody else is probably a little bit too nice to say it. The people that choose or have to live down here, man, they're either not right in their head or they don't have the mental capacity to survive on the surface. And very few people down here are due to just unfortunate circumstances, is what I'm trying to say. Like, people like to use that to, like, kind of like emotionally manipulate you. But 90% of these people aren't here because of bad circumstances. They're here because they've made choice after like, bad choice after bad choice and just ended up in a situation like
Yeah, I suppose that's better than being homeless on the surface though, because it's a desert. That's
yeah,
all I
yeah.
gotta say.
And so they're driven down here, right? They're driven down here, whether that's because they're addicted to drugs. And by the way, nothing I said means that they don't deserve a little bit of sympathy, but what I meant to bring attention to is that if they are driven to this point, they have fucked up their lives in some way a lot.
Right.
And now they're driven to this. And I feel like this is like one of those like points of no return. Because if you start living under here and you don't go to the surface to even like attempt to reintegrate into society here and there, you are there's like a spiral that goes down and a lot of people on the surface think they've hit the bottom when they've like, fucked up like one time. Nah, this is what the bottom really looks like. Like
Literally.
legitimately.
Stay
legitimately.
away from the deep parts of the tunnel.
Yeah.
What is the reason for that?
Just because the unknown. I don't know what's down there. It gets smaller and smaller as you get to where you got to crawl. From what I know, these tunnels are 7 floors down. You can imagine. There's rooms off in these tunnels, that service rooms that anybody could be in there,
You know what's crazy to me, right? This is a homeless dude. He has an Amazon jacket. Like their delivery centers. And
Yeah.
a Rick and Morty t-shirt.
I didn't notice that when I first watched this, but now that I noticed the Rick and Morty shirt, but I didn't notice the Amazon
Yeah.
jacket.
Probably came from donations. But it's just kind of like weird.
Yeah.
little bit.
You'd be kidnapped, killed, tunnel off, and burnt alive. It don't matter.
Whatever danger hides deep in the tunnels, Toby has faced it.
They all
I'm
have
back here in the
smoking.
dark. You know what I mean? Dark, dark.
What is the worst thing that happened to you down in these tunnels?
I got attacked one time, like 3 Cuban dudes. One of the guys came in my spot with the damn machete. He was one of the top dog dudes. But I handled my own, so I had a basket and I took it in there, threw it on its side, stuck holes in it, made one of them little Maltese cocktails. The only thing that saved me.
That guy's a liar. That guy, yeah. While fighting off a dude with a machete, you made a Molotov cocktail? No, I mean,
I
dude,
was thinking, well, that's.
make it make sense. Make it make sense, bro.
I
You know
was
what?
thinking the same thing.
Choose a small lie. Choose a small lie. How about this? 3 Cuban dudes came down there, tried to attack me with a machete, and I ran away. That. And they came back
here,
later with some Molotovs, you know? Like,
right?
Just a fucking liar, dude. You can just tell, bro. Fuck.
Stepping to someone's territory.
Anybody home? Do we have any flashlights? I'll check and see if I got one in my bag.
Drug addict.
Everything going good?
The woman, possibly under the influence of the substance, asked for Narcan.
If you actually know how to navigate, you can make it all the way underground in the tunnels without ever coming up to the surface. It can be done if you know the tunnel system well enough. So they're all basically connected.
Eventually, they are passageways.
For the most part.
This labyrinth may not look like a home to you, but
Is that like
stepping
a
into
whole
their
ass,
spots
like,
without
soup?
warning could get us into serious trouble. Some of them are armed and don't hesitate to use it.
You can hear the cars.
They're not that deep yet.
Oh my god.
We're in the middle of the city right now, and they're literally driving over the heads of people that are living underground.
One of the rarest points that you see sunlight.
Here it is, the city. A life they're not part of, only able to watch from the underground. It's kind of an illusion that hides everything. A few steps later, we saw the famous Caesar's Palace Hotel through the metal grate. Above, Nevada's casinos make over $15 billion a year. Below,
Told you. Only reason people go there. Gambling. And the little thing Megan added, which was prostitution. I think we know which one she cares about.
people live in death
Oh,
traps of
no.
the city.
Twice a day, the hotel's dropped the filtration system.
Neither.
That's why it hasn't rained in forever, but it's still wet.
Both.
The smell is very bad.
Yeah, bro.
In
You're
certain
pretty much in
tunnels,
a
water flows
drainage.
in from the city's drainage system, and some people use it to take showers.
There are many tunnels around here.
At least that's
Without
straight
our
off.
guide, we
Better
cannot
nothing.
come here.
One wrong turn, and you're
Right.
lost.
Who dares
Someone
message
left a
me
note.
during a
Rest
video?
in peace. And there's a cross here. Apparently, someone has passed on the spot.
Rip, bro.
A lot of bicycles.
He might build them and sell them,
Oh,
because bikes are like cars out here. It's the only way of transportation. You have to have a bike to go anywhere, otherwise you have to walk all the time. It's a nightmare.
walking inside the tunnels
God
takes a lot of
forbid,
time, I guess.
God forbid you walk.
I lived down here 2.5 years. I never used a flashlight.
How did you find your ways under the tunnels without flashlight?
Put my hand on the wall. Your memory. You know where everything is in your tunnel. It's your house. It's exactly the same thing out here.
Crazy.
I think he's lying too. I might not.
You
He
think
might
so?
not be okay, but I think so. I think he's lying too.
Is that Tony?
I'm gonna judge the crap
When
out
I
of
heard
it.
a voice echo through the tunnel, it hit different. This dark, damp tunnel that gives me
Okay, not the crap out of him. Okay, but it's just really unlikely that you'd be in these tunnels without a flashlight, unless you lived in one of these like areas where you get light from the surface. You know,
Yeah.
so you could probably see that far away, right? So you could just, you just know to walk towards the next light patch. But if you went deep, like they're not even in the dark yet. They're in the pseudo dark. But if you go down enough, because I've done like spelunking and shit here in Washington, and including like lava tubes and stuff like that. Me and Tracy did a lava tube hike, and when you're deep enough down, it is so fucking dark. You need like you need like a 2,000 lumens headlamp or like hand flashlight to even like see where you're going, and that only lights up like a single patch of shit.
I wouldn't ever go to someplace like that or spelunking or anything like that.
You should
I
go
have
to a lava
like,
tunnel with me, Megan. It's cool. 3 mile
is
hike.
it is it like is it is it like is it like claustrophobic friendly?
Yeah, yeah. Most of the lava tubes like very open and stuff, but it's just dark in there. Like we'll have
Oh,
headlamps and
okay, yeah,
stuff.
I'd be
Yeah,
down.
yeah. There's only like a few semi-tight places, and really all you have to do is just like duck a little bit. It's really the lava tubes I go into are really easy. I don't go into those crazy things where you can get stuck upside down.
Is actually where some people feel the safest and live. Here he is. At first glance, it looks like clutter,
The
but to
painting and
Tony,
stuff looks
every
cool.
single item is essential to his survival.
I've been in these tunnels for 6 years, and there has been times where we've had good people here, and it was a sense of community, but now...
Man, just the way they're all
The
smoking
community?
and stuff. Well, he's talking about maybe he had some good neighbors, you know? Like, they're still human,
Yeah.
right? So they still want to be social in some way. But sometimes, right, there's different levels of homeless, right? There's people that are homeless because, you know, for some reason society didn't work out for them. And then there's the people that are homeless because they're drug users. And then that addiction will have them stealing and stuff like that, you know, to get their next fix.
We've got
Yeah.
some people in here that don't give a shit
There's
about
different
messing with
levels.
yourself. You know, just they're bullies. Some asshole over there started a fire because he's just a mean dude.
Why? Look at that little cat.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how you know that homeless. He has a little tiny kitty. Look at that little tiny kitty.
Yeah.
The fire didn't hurt Tony, but nearly took the life of his only companion, his cat.
Aww.
It was burnt from the tip of her nose to the tip of her tail. 5 days later, she's still hanging in there, thank God.
So what is the
Poor
toilet
kitty,
situation
man.
here?
We have certain areas that we go to the bathroom, and she's usually a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
We put a bag in it, and yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5?
You know what? Props to them for putting a bag in a 5-gallon bucket. That's better than they could do. You know, like some people are extra bad where they'll just like shit somewhere.
Hold up.
Oh. What will hold you up for?
Hold up 1 second. My phone just connected to my husband's car.
You have a
Okay, can you
husband?
talk?
Boy, you have a husband? Why didn't you tell me
Oh,
this,
for
Megan?
fuck's sakes. Hold up. For some reason it's not it's not connecting to my headphones.
Oh, those bastards.
Here it
I've
is.
been pre-drinking, guys. So, you know, while we're waiting, I'll just tell you how Megan
Okay,
called
I
me.
can hear now.
So Megan called me today, and she was like, "So we doing a fucking video, bitch?"
I did
And,
not say
and
that.
I was like, "Whoa, whoa, wow." You're not even asking me how I am. I was like,
How you doing there?
I could have had a terrible day. Look, and then she says that, right? You know, I'm like, I don't think you mean it. I don't think you mean it now. You know, guys? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she just called to put me to work. She was like slapping me around, which I guess is awesome. Either way. Anyway, little people. They go do
That's
nothing.
funny.
You shut up, man. Not that funny. She was so mean to me, guys. She abused me.
Yeah.
And then Tracy
I
laughed at me
abused them.
too. Awful.
Abusive women.
Yeah, abusive women. Don't you forget it, guys. Women are all abusive.
Yeah.
They just have to figure out how to do it. They'll do it the best way. I think you guys know it. Yeah, I'm not just saying this because I'm 4 drinks in now. Or is it 3? I'm 3 to 4 drinks in. But now that her headset's working, we're going to continue watching. God, what kind of question is this? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you interviewing him for a job?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, possibly right here.
This dude's like right
But
fucking here, dog.
I don't plan on being here for the rest of my life. I mean, I'm 57 years old.
Brother, get out of there. All right, you're 57 years old. Average lifespan for a man between 65 to 70. Get the fuck out, bro. Get the fuck out. Live
Means
your
it's
life
about
on the
80 to
surface.
85 for women.
Yeah, that's because you guys got an advantage on us. Probably because you don't have to deal with women. Got him.
We have to deal with women.
Got him.
Oh, I'm getting old. I just haven't been ready.
After guiding us 10 minutes into the tunnel, Tony wanted to return to his spot. We handed him
Yeah, person is staring in the corner, bro.
Where?
Hold up, I'm gonna rewind. That's not part of their crew, is it?
Well, I mean, I'm 57 years old. I'm getting old. I just haven't been ready.
After guiding us 10 minutes into the tunnel, Tony
Look,
wanted to return
Look, just staring at a wall, I guess, and
to his
crazy.
spot. We
Yeah.
handed him a week's worth of supplies and kept
maybe that other dude wasn't lying. You know? Maybe he was just hooked on fucking drugs or something and just staring at a wall in the darkness too.
Oh.
Yeah, shit, dude.
walking deep into the tunnels.
And there's so much randomness that could happen. Anybody could just decide to come down that tunnel and steal from you. Or...
Dude, this guy, looking at him this way, we actually do have the same head shape. You know, big top part, right? it's the
He
round.
looks more like Megamind than you do.
I know, right? It's like the round head, dude. It's okay, brother. I understand. Your brain's too big. Probably why you did drugs or whatever it caused you to live in these tunnels.
Take your stuff.
But you're a good guy.
And then disappear. Who would
Probably.
know? Hey, it's not like it's happening on the streets where you're laying there and somebody could see you and call the cops. Like down here, it's like another layer, like not knowing what could ever happen. It could be peaceful now, come back in 2 hours, and the wrong person walks through and it could be hell, you know?
As we go deeper and deeper.
Yeah, see, that's the face shape I mean. Look at that. Look how his oh, like his chin sticks out and then his head's like, see, it goes in like a banana.
That's good compared to a shoe, but
The less we know about what will
I don't
come
know how
across
that would be a
ahead.
shoe, but I
In
agree.
these harsh conditions, some tunnel dwellers make pans out of aluminum and use hand sanitizer as a heat source to cook their meals.
Yeah. Hand sanitizer is pretty weird, but okay.
There are a lot of rats there.
Yes, there are.
A voice echoed ahead, and we followed it.
I'm Cuckoo Bananas Crazy, and I came to check on my mother in Vegas and fell for a local. We ended up here. These are my people.
How long have you been down here?
About
What? What? How are these people more self-aware in some aspects than people that I work with
on the
even?
street?
Bro, yeah,
Oh.
they just go there, she's like, yeah, I'm Cuckoo Bananas. I went to check on my mom and I fell for some bloke and then we're in a tunnel now.
That's crazy.
There is a lot of
origin
context.
story.
Yeah, there's a lot of context missing here. Like, it was just the drastic steps of that made me laugh. I'm not laughing about their situation. It was just the drastic steps. She went to Vegas to visit her mom, and then ended up in a tunnel.
That like really escalated quickly,
Yeah, dude,
didn't
I
it?
was like, that's a spiral right there, bro. You flushed yourself down a toilet or something.
How long do you plan
5 years she's been in this tunnel too.
to stay here?
at least today. I don't plan much farther than today.
What is the
That's the
worst
way to look
things
at it.
about
I mean, that's fair.
Probably the lack
Yeah.
of plumbing and dark.
The worst part's the lack of plumbing. She's like, man, these tunnels would be alright if they just had a toilet.
Honestly, though, she probably stinks.
Well, they
rough
come on,
sometimes.
they're homeless, of course.
I
They probably all
can't
do.
just sit in the dark.
Well, to be fair, your body will develop the bacteria as long as you scrub well.
Yeah, but I feel
She's
like
been
it'd be a lot worse
been
smell
down
for a
there
girl than a boy.
5 years. I bet you they go to the surface sometimes. Like those glasses
Maybe.
look pretty fresh, right?
I guess so, yeah.
I get a little bit panicky still, like I'm a little kid.
Darkness is not just the absence of light. It's like an entity that covers you and erases you from the world. Tunnel people usually survive through stealing and dumpstering.
Yeah.
Some people down here do.
Did they just blur out the cigarette?
That's not a cigarette. That's a joint.
Oh, you think so? Okay, you're probably right.
Treasure hunting, such as collecting cables, coppers.
The hell?
Do you do things like that?
I collect what
Well, they're not gonna make any money off those cables. Not really, not real money. So I'll explain it to you guys. I know that does, you know, that flex my hands, my knowledge. So those ones are low grade copper, low grade copper, and you don't get as much money. Also, if you don't strip them, you have to strip the plastic coating off to get the most money. And then, even then, that's a low grade copper, so it's not super thick or pure. So you'll only get like, let's say that string right there was like fucking 100 yards. You'd only get like $6 for it, and that's like 4 feet maybe.
Right.
Yeah, the only time it's actually worth doing that stuff, person on the surface, right? For them, you know, $4 might be a lot. But times worth doing is if you can get a thick, high grade copper.
Yeah.
Yep. And sometimes you can pick up
I didn't know that.
yeah, sometimes you can pick up good cleanup jobs that will have like a lot of scrap metal, and yeah, you start to notice like that difference of like high grade wire and low grade wire.
drunk tourists abandon. They go to Louis Vuitton and they pay $3,000 for a t-shirt, and then they win $100 on a slot machine, and they get so excited that they jump up and down and they leave their $3,000 purchase right there to go cash in their winnings. And they remember that they spent that money, 2 days later, because they've been day drinking in the sun, and they plan to lose $10,000 a day while they're here.
What do you think of
It's true, people do
losing
that.
thousands of dollars to machines?
It's the American way. Decadence and excess and...
This lady, too smart to be down here. It was 5 syllables. But she is
Too smart
crazy.
to be down here.
This
She's
is why
crazy.
people come here on vacation.
Then Beverly showed up in the darkness.
For how long have you been down here?
Probably 8 or 9 years.
How is the situation here when it rains?
Horrific. Very scary. I've been caught up in it twice, and one of the times I really didn't think I was going to make it out.
What do you think about Las Vegas City?
A lot of it's almost like wallpaper, like it's just made to look good, These big casinos aren't built on winners.
Do you
That's
change your
true.
spots time to time?
True.
Or do you always stay right here?
Oh no, it definitely changed.
What is the hardest thing about tunnels?
She packed years of disappointment into one word.
The people.
Buddy, your editing needs some work. Okay, that was the people.
Even this deep
I'm
down,
just saying.
there's stuff all over.
That was
Some
like
of
the
it
English
was
was
probably
better than
brought
yours.
in by the flood. Some carried in with shopping carts. After walking for another 20 minutes, we
dog.
came across an eerie shadow stretched across the wall.
Don't shoot. We don't mean any harm.
Before we go further in the tunnel, I want to share how my Heritage DNA kit helped me discover my roots. I took a quick cheek swab and sent it to my Heritage lab and got my results online in just 3 weeks. See what is waiting for us in the
There
dark.
we go. We skip.
Look at this trash.
Look at this
there.
trash, bro.
How are you?
Look at that nice tent. Tent.
That's an expensive tent. That's at least like a couple $100.
Yeah. There we go.
We first offered him some supply.
You know that guy's a good guy. You know why? Good dog.
What? Oh, yeah.
Then he invited us into his tent.
This is where this guy sleeps.
See,
He
look.
puts his clothes
dog.
here. This is his table, kind of workstation. 6 years
His
ago, I moved to Vegas
workstation.
alone, and my parents
Well,
died
yeah,
in
that's one word for
2018.
it. Oh,
The 2 years I've been down here, if not more. So.
How do you find water and food?
I go turn on the fire hydrant right around the corner from here. I have my food stamp card, but if I really, really have to, I'll go steal food.
How do you stay safe in this tunnel?
Like everywhere else, you just gotta watch your back.
There's a scar on your forehead. What happened?
I got hit in the head with a 2x4.
Oh,
Yeah, this is tragic.
that sounds
Just-
awful.
Yeah, you know what's tragic is that of all the people we've seen here today, me anyway, this guy looks like he belongs here
Most
the
normal?
least. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like the other lady had something wrong upstairs, right? She was definitely a little bit crazy. Even the guy that's guiding them is slightly, a little weird. But this
He
guy
looks
just
like he
seems
would
super
be
normal.
well off, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he
Well,
looks.
not.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be like a regular guy, working. He is down here.
Yeah.
And got 11 stitches.
What do you think? 35? 30? I think it's 30.
36.
In here?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
Over a bike. Bikes are a hot commodity in this area, and a lot of people need them,
Have you ever seen someone at the moment their life was taken?
Unfortunately, yeah. I remember hearing somebody come in and 2 shots go off. He got hit in his back and in his neck. And before I knew it, he was standing right in front of me with a white t-shirt on that was turning red really fast. It was his brother who shot him.
It's his brother that shot him. Holy shit.
That's crazy.
I couldn't imagine shooting one of you guys.
I mean, I can imagine shooting you all the time. I just never do it. No, I'm just kidding.
You're
I'm just-
dick.
Not really, guys. Not really. No, wait. Tragic that people like this have. It's like we so much money helping the world, and we got people like all around us that kind of need our. And I don't think like money is obviously like the final solution to that, but is it weird that we seem to have turned off all the real solutions and just kind of put band-aids on them instead?
Yeah.
But Stan, something it always is like this, right? There's something humanizing about these people. Like even though logically what I said was right, like these people have obviously made a few mistakes and ended up down here as a result. But this is like
This,
they're
I
still
was gonna say, this
they're
guy
still
doesn't
people.
look like he does any drugs or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be wrong on that, but he just looks completely like he looks healthy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna continue playing this, Megan. You do the commentary. Like while it's playing, I have to pour myself another drink.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in charge now. Megan, the boss. All you guys that aren't even talking to you, listen to her. I'll be right back.
The psychology of being down here in the darkness must be really hard.
Some people can't take it. There are people out there that haven't seen the light of day and never will. People that turn gray down here. Like,
really?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. At night, it sounds like there's people walking, like right outside your tent, and multiple times I've gone out there and there'd be nothing. You never know who you're gonna run into down here. That's for sure.
Here in the dark, most of them lose their ID cards and never get them back. Without an ID, they can't apply for a job, rent a place, or access social services because they don't officially
Holy
exist
shit.
according to the system.
It's a roadblock. It's not really true, though. Yes, they need those things. But if I handed out IDs today to every single one of them, they'll still be here tomorrow. There's a lot of things happening at the same time. Traumas, mental health, all these things we need to address. I was like 2 years, 3 years homeless, walking down the street, and I saw 3 people that I knew having a sword fight in the middle of the night. I heard cling, I saw blood, I looked at it, it was like nothing to me. That's what happens out here. You become traumatized and used to these situations.
Phil once lived in a house with a pool, but after retiring,
fuck.
life slowly pulled him underground.
The police
Totally
radio
didn't
and
get
stuff
pizza.
would not work down here. Wow. So that lured a lot of people down here.
How long
Wait,
have you been
Derek, did you hear that?
Police radios don't work down there, and that's why a lot of people end up down there. I just
Oh,
heard
the
it right now.
sword fight.
No, I
sword
did. What
fight
did they
thing.
say?
So the guy who was leading him through the tunnel, he said that he lived there for about 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
and so he walked outside one day, and he saw a couple people sword fighting, and there's blood everywhere, and he was just desensitized to it because of how often that stuff happens.
Oh, that's truly tragic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how to explain this? We're always 2 steps away from being animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
when survival happens, or what you perceive as survival. I don't even want to say survival, right? Because those 2 guys sword fighting, it could be over a bicycle, right? But
Yeah. Well, that's
if you,
surviving there too.
yeah, if you perceive that it's going to help or hurt your survival, you will do crazy things. And I mean that.
And another thing they
because
said,
it's a psychological battle of yourself that most people will lose. I mean, I think I'd lose it, right? Imagine you're like hiking through the wilderness and there's 20 people and you have to figure out food and shit like that. Do you think you're above eating people? Like when you came to starving or eating someone else? You'd be lucky if you had like just the Dahmer party. Oh no, that was
oh my God, Derek.
those hiking people that
That's
hike through the
horrible.
mountains. Well, there's a big group of
Yeah.
people, right? They hiked their mountains, they got stuck in a snowstorm and lost. And the elderly volunteered to be killed in order to keep the young and healthy alive.
Wasn't that nice?
It was nice of them. But that's what starvation and survival will do to you. You know? You don't think you would do that until you're put in a situation to survive where you would.
So the other thing they were talking about in this too is that the people in the tunnels will often lose their IDs while they're down there, and they can't find it again, which kind of, like a lot of times, will inhibit them from, uh, prevent them from getting jobs and stuff on the surface.
Yeah, well, that's true. But
So,
there are government assistance programs for that, where you can prove your identity. But it does make it a lot harder.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's definitely a barrier of entry because $20 is a lot. You know, when you're in this situation. So,
Yeah.
okay, but I'll.
Especially underground.
Yeah, definitely.
8 to 10 years.
What was the worst thing that happened to you in the tunnels?
Possibly getting caught up into one of the floods that came through because it takes about 10 minutes for the water to be about.
I just wanted to see this. With the dead, I whistle. Lord, beat. I am a child of God. Alright, man.
8 feet high. We have no warning system telling us there's water coming other than to hear the water itself. There used to be signs down here that said the current never lose, which is very true. We've lost quite a few people. The hardest things in the tunnels is losing the things you gathered over the years.
Just weeks after this interview, we got word that Phil passed away.
Oh.
Doesn't surprise
He
me,
seemed like
though.
a genuine dude.
He's genuine, but if you look at his hair and his skin and stuff, you know that man's in his late 50s, 60s, you know, possibly even 70s.
It looks like he does some drugs too.
But it is unfortunate.
Not gonna lie.
It's a sad reality.
Yeah.
Um.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Sorry, Phil, man. Hey, one shot for you too. All right, buddy. You're upstairs talking to God. Good word for me.
I'll take a drink of Brisk.
As we walk through the
Drink
tunnel,
of Brisk
mineral
for Megan.
deposits on the ceiling catch our eye.
So there's water that's leaking through. That's the calcium in the water.
These show that rain makes its way in again and again. Who knows how many times the flood destroyed homes and took lives. We're going ahead. Someone has created a memorial here.
Somebody passed away.
Dixie carts, the roses.
When it floods, they have 20 minutes to escape if the current or floating debris doesn't trap them inside first. This tunnel is full of puddles with a constant breeze blowing through.
You know what's crazy is the deeper you go, the harder it is to escape.
Yeah.
Go again.
The ground is a mix of sewage, trash, and human waste. Now, all of it is soaking into my shoes.
Everywhere.
You should have worn
Ew.
waterproof shoes, brother.
It's trash. And
Like
dead
snow
animals.
boots.
Yeah. A dead rat.
Then they blur out a dead rat.
This
This is weird, dude.
I didn't realize that was a rat.
Yeah, me either. I was like, is that drugs again?
It is from a casino? Yeah. Oh my. Our feet are wet, but that's how we roll here.
Yeah, keep going.
We are walking in this tunnel, going on and on to find Rob's old friend, who's been living down here for
That sign said Sin City Underground.
over 10 years.
Crazy.
The moldy gray walls started to fill with color, and then we walked right into what looked like an underground art studio.
Someone built their own gallery.
I have to say, that looks dope.
That does look dope. I like that Santa Claus picture a lot.
Me too. The skull is a little bit terrible, but the Santa Claus looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
But look at that
Hey,
fucking
you know
car right
what?
there with the bloody mouth.
I was just about to make a bad joke.
Okay, but look at that
maybe I
car.
shouldn't
That's a
say.
sick ass fucking picture of a car.
That
This
is a
guy
sick ass
deserves to be
picture
like
of a car.
this guy should be like a tattoo artist or something.
Oh yeah.
Sad
Except
thing
maybe
is,
not with
one heavy
souls.
rain could wash it all away.
Wait, I changed my mind.
Jay's
I like the sign that just said "fuck you" at the end. I was like, yeah, pretty much.
tunnel is furnished with salvaged materials. There are all kinds of random stuff. A baby stroller, bags, toys, but everything is surprisingly well organized.
Aww. Look at little kitties. Kitty, go,
Oh,
kitty, go. Dude, that kitty's awesome. Looks so cute.
Yeah.
I want to pet that kitty right now.
Yeah, my name's Jay. I live in the flood tunnels down here for like pretty much ever, like 8 or.
Holy
shit, dude.
brother. Your eye is fucked. You have a giant nose.
I was thinking of his forehead.
Hey. That. Dude, his forehead looks
His
like my forehead.
forehead goes inward.
Yeah, that's what happened to mine.
Doesn't look like it.
I'm just kidding, Megan. No, his eye is he got fucked in the eye though.
9 years. I moved out here. All my luggage is
Oh, yeah.
stolen. My ID, everything.
That's probably what happened too. Is
Basically
like
welcome to
forehead
Vegas,
too.
$27 in my pocket. There is really no safe anywhere. You'll get robbed by other homeless people. You get robbed by the police.
This is
okay. Doubt it. I really do doubt it. Unless what he's talking about robbery is the fact that you get a ticket as a poor man, you know?
where each day begins and ends for him.
You know what, dude? Look how nice he takes care of his shit.
Yeah.
In comparison to everyone else. Like, yeah, it's a little dirty here and there, but hey, he can't wash his pillowcase.
What happens when they come to them?
You go to jail.
What?
Go to jail for trespassing.
Whose property is this?
This is by state property. It's a flood zone. They put you in jail for anything. I went to jail the other night for being on the boulevard.
They are the undesirables.
He actually needs his eye cleaned out. You see that red? He has an infection going on.
The government banned them from
yeah.
everywhere. People often see these individuals as
I thought it was swollen up at first, but I thought it might have been because his eye was fucked up by something else. Because he was in the clip at the beginning that said he got shot in the eye. So I thought it might just
Yeah,
be
that's
like
probably what it is.
a residual of that. But because it's all red and it's kind of swollen, he has to put some. He has to go to the doctor and put some.
potential criminals, but Jay is tired of the stigma. With time, he develops survival tactics.
There's really no food or water here. There's water in the back, I guess, but it's all like wastewater. I usually eat what people throw out. Everything you see here, I found in the trash.
How do you get shower here?
Basically with a 5-gallon bucket of water.
What exactly happened to your eye, if you don't mind?
Shot in the head with a 45. I don't remember none of that.
What is the worst thing that happened to you here?
I don't think he was shot in the head with 5. Want me to be real. The reason I say that, by the way, isn't because I disbelieve him, but just if you look at his eye, right, it's still there. He's blind in his left eye. But a 45 got into his eye like that would have annihilated him. Like 45 is a
It
pretty
would have also
powerful round.
annihilated his face.
Yeah, and he would have had some damage around his eye, which he doesn't have. It's the same shape on each side. So, could he have been shot with like a smaller caliber? Yes. But 45 would have killed him into
Yeah.
his eye because there's no damage on the extruding. So to look at the left side of his head right here, right? There's no damage
Yeah.
to this side. And if he had got shot like sideways, right, there'd been damage right here. But there's no sink in or anything. This is just a normal face shape. He has some definite damage on the top of his skull there. And whether that's like, who knows what that is, right? Who knows what damage caused that? But a 45 would have caused like a concave if he had survived from like a sideways shot. And if it had been a straight on shot, it would have blown out the back of his head. And the chances of surviving that are like 0. You know? Just being real with you, right? The chances of surviving a 45 to the dome through the eye is 0. And it would have blown out the back of his skull. And so none of that definitely happened. Could he have been shot with like a 22 round or maybe even a 9mm? You know, it's still rare that he would have survived, but it's more possible. I think, honestly, what happened to him, if I just looked at his eye, looked at his general like area, I would say he got fucked up as a younger dude or as a child. And that could be anything from just like severe abuse to like a nail gun or somebody puncturing his eye like intentionally with a knife or something. And it's not his
Yeah,
fault,
but
right? But it's
the
just
other thing is that is alarming to me though is that his forehead's really sunken in.
well, yeah, that's what I meant. So if you look at the damage of his face, so look at the right side. See that? And compare with
Yeah.
the left side. You can almost draw a map of where he got hit across the head with something.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
imagine
I see what you mean.
across the left side right there, because you see the damage done to his eye, to that side of the nose, middle of the eyebrows, and to the other side, and the protrusion of the skull slash swelling material right here.
He definitely got fucked up as
Yeah, he
regardless
got
of what
fucked up, but
happened.
shot by a 45, sir. I don't think so. However, you
Well, he
wouldn't.
did say he didn't remember it,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean, he got fucked up though, 100%. 100%. I'm just saying, a
Right.
45 would have probably killed. No, man, it
Right.
shouldn't be so logical. Dude got fucked up, but he seems like a good dude. Like a good dude. Anybody that has a pet that's a nice pet while living as homeless, I automatically assume are good dudes, and I usually donate.
Right.
Can't help myself. I'm like, look at this guy's dog. This guy's dog.
Probably the whole haunting situation, like shit following me. I mean, I've seen demons. It'll move stuff. It'll make stuff disappear. Like I'll be laying on my bed. It'll move the bed. It'll mimic people's voices. It'll call like from out.
And he's also kind of all this type of
Crazy.
damage to his head. No, I was gonna say the damage to his head is causing these delusions.
Hallucinations.
Same thing. Wait, hold up. You know what? Let me look that up.
Delusions and hallucinations are different.
What's the difference? I
Damn
spelled
it.
a little bit wrong. Hallucinations involve perception, so your senses. So to have an hallucination actually has to affect your senses. And delusion involves thoughts and beliefs.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I was
I think
thinking.
you're right. So you're right. Hallucinations. So his hallucinations and stuff like that are probably caused by his by the brain damage caused by this event.
Right.
Because, you know, if you never know how somebody getting hit in the head is going to affect their brain. And the thing is, right, you could
I fall down the
easily
tunnel, my name,
smack you
just go
across
in
the
the
head
back
real
hang
good
out for 15.
and then start hallucinating. But that's not going to change how nice he is to pets. It's not going to change who he is as a person. But it will make him think crazy things are happening sometimes.
Minutes with no flashlight. Tell me what you think.
Right.
What have you seen exactly?
Looks like a man, very thin, probably 6'5", got a very pointed nose, no arms or legs. It moves so smoothly. If it's totally pitch black, you can clearly see it.
To me, that's definitely hallucinating. For that
Yeah, yeah.
description, and it's not his fault, right? Like you can just look at him and know this guy received damage. You're not born with a bump on your head like that.
No, definitely not.
You
That
are
looks
not. He suffered traumatic violence to get a bump like that.
That's the thing that drops the temperature.
What are you planning for future? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Dead? I don't know. Everybody's like 2 paychecks away from being homeless.
Every tunnel.
That's real. That's real. Everybody's 2 paychecks away from being homeless. Not everybody. Everybody is like 80% of people. 100%.
That's true.
I feel the most bad for that guy, I believe, right now.
Yeah.
Like he suffered something and he didn't get the help he needed, and now he's here.
Has its own identity, depending on who lives in it.
Because that guy's not even in drugs. You dude, you know, he didn't act like a druggie. You can tell what a druggie acts like.
Disgusting.
Bro, that's just run
How
off
is
water.
life here?
This ain't life.
Do you have contacts of your family?
Somewhat.
What do they think that you're doing right now?
They don't ask.
What did you do before you came to these tunnels?
Before I was in this situation, I was a family man. 2 boys, 1 girl. They still live out here. My son just turned 17 last month.
When is the last time did you see them?
10 years ago.
What is the worst thing that happened to you in
damn,
these tunnels?
Somebody died right where we were standing last night.
Last night?
Last night.
Oh.
OD.
The
Life
drug
is
user.
precious. And short.
Nearly 7 out of 10 Americans live paycheck to paycheck.
I know that
crazy.
guy's probably a drug user, right? Just judging by the company that he kept.
Right.
He has 3 logically, I know what I said at the beginning of this is true. But, man, help with feeling bad.
I hate to be that person, but wouldn't you want to be in a better situation than living in a tunnel for your kids?
Addiction's not easy. You know,
True.
and there's certain people that we both know, right? We're addicted to drugs, right? And it doesn't excuse what they did. Because in most cases, right, drugs don't change who you are, they like enhance it, right? You know, it's like a drunk person, right? A drunk person is going to tell you exactly what they think.
Right.
It removes the filters from a person, you know? And but we, especially you and me, Megan, in our situation, we know people that have done stuff like that. There's only so much sympathy you can have for that. And in our case, man, I kind of wish those people had ended up like this guy, just living in a tunnel rather than what they did. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't know, maybe I just don't feel I'm wrong for thinking this, but I think people should feel more motivated to get clean and stuff if they have children.
Well, they should, but addiction doesn't work like that, right? because your brain's
Right.
addicted to dopamine. Okay, imagine how addicted you are to sugar, or
Yeah.
me, or I am well, the average person. Let's just say, imagine how addicted we are to sugar. Like, do you remember? Did you go to zero soda?
I don't drink soda.
But did you go to zero sugar stuff
Yeah, I
in
don't.
general?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember
Yeah.
how after you first started, you had like those like sugar dreams where you like dream of eating like a chocolate bar or something?
No.
Or the crazy craving? Did you have crazy cravings for sugar like after you quit?
Not really.
You didn't have that? So you know what? Maybe this is you to me. Actually, no, Tracy had it too. So when I stopped sugar stuff,
So
I'm like,
wait, I will say,
go on.
huh?
Yeah, go on. No, you first. You
I
first.
said I will say I did have some cravings, but it wasn't like, and it was a little intense, but it wasn't like I was having dreams about it or whatever. I
Barely
still
making.
eat sugar occasionally, but
Yeah.
it's not like I'm addicted to it, because
Well,
otherwise
the
I'd
reason
be.
I brought that up is because sugar is an addiction.
Oh yeah.
It's just a lighter one, right? So sugar is very addictive because the energy gets transformed right into your, after digestion, right, goes right to your brain. It's like an instant energy source, but it doesn't
Right.
have even half the power of like meth or heroin or anything like that.
Right.
And those are like super addictions, because your brain will actually want that stuff over food,
Right.
but you'll still want food as like a regular person, right? Over sugar for the most part. You're like, when you want a steak, you're not like, I'll take a Hershey's instead. No, you'll go for the steak. Most people will. And I'm not gonna say everybody, because that's probably a lie. I don't want never speak in terms of
Well,
absolutes, right?
I
But
think the worst kind of like regular legal addiction, like for all ages, I'm not talking about like cigarettes or whatever, but for all ages is probably caffeine with sugar.
sugar, yeah, but sugar's more addictive than caffeine. And that's been proven.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking about it as a combination, like energy drinks, though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, sugared energy drinks are probably the most addictive substance outside of drugs that there is. So my point is like when I stopped sugar, so when I stopped drinking sugared sodas, I went to zero, and then
Yeah.
I tried to stop eating. Well, I did stop eating. For the most part, I stopped eating candy. I have peanut M&Ms now sometimes, but I control myself. I control myself on it. But I had sugar dreams. I literally had like a dream that I was like eating a chocolate bar. So
Actually,
imagine that,
oh,
but
go
like
ahead.
times 20. And that's what you have when you're dealing with drugs, or times 100 even. Let's just say times 100. And that's what happens when you're
The
dealing with drugs. Like your brain will choose those drugs like over food.
Okay, I got one more thing to add to this conversation here. Do you know Jack Stauber,
Nope. No idea who
artist?
that is.
Anyways, he's got this song called like Mocha or Coffee or whatever, and
Coffee,
it's
mocha.
probably it's like Mocha, I believe. I think it's Mocha, but it's probably the most relatable song to addiction, especially sugar, like caffeine addiction.
Yeah.
I I listened to it after I was trying to stop drinking coffee and caffeine in general, and I literally cried because of how hard it was. I was cutting cold turkey because I was having a severe stomach pains from drinking caffeine at the time because I was drinking a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, and it is hard. It's not even. Everybody knows. Excuse me.
So when you put it that way, yeah, I can feel that way. But as a child of an
Well,
addict, it just hurts a lot. And you
the thing
think,
is,
well, they can always do better.
yeah, the thing is, of course it hurts a lot. Of course it does, because you're the child. You're not the person dealing with
Right.
the addiction, you're the person dealing with the
The
absence
aftermath.
of the aftermath and the absence of parental love and caring, because you
Right.
know that during the height of the drug problems, they would have chosen those drugs over you.
Right.
And sometimes as adults, right, they would still choose the drugs over you. Like you would think, like in an ideal world, you would think, like me mentally right now, as a rational, not drug addicted person, you would think I will do anything for my child. If I had a kid, I would sacrifice the world for them. That's how you're thinking right now. But when your
Right.
brain is so addled by drugs, by the hard addicting drugs, I'm not talking about like marijuana or anything like that. I'm talking about like the
Like
hard
meth.
drugs like meth, heroin, etc., fentanyl, even like all that other shit. They're so addicted at some point that they would have chosen that drug over you. They've chosen that drug over your safety, over your well-being. And it's one of the few
Right.
things I give mom credit for is that she managed to choose us over drugs.
Right.
Now, it took to the extremes to get her to that point. Right? She had to almost lose us before she actually chose us over the
Got her
drugs.
shit together. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
But
but
something I do respect her for is that she did the way that she got away from drugs, although not ideal for most people, but it was very commendable in a way is that she moved away
wait.
and got away from people who were
Yep.
using.
Yep. Yep. Even though on our trip down south, when we were running away, well, she was
Yeah.
running away for the lobby. We were just there for the ride. Uh, she went into a draw. Excuse me. You might not remember this, but she went into withdrawals on the way down.
Did
Nearly
she?
died. Yep. And
Holy shit.
guess who had to drive through the entire state of Arkansas?
Oh shit.
It
You
was
didn't even have a
me.
license.
I didn't have a license. I was 13, guys. Driving through the state of Arkansas while my mom was
Oh,
suffering from severe meth withdrawals.
she could have died from that. Holy fuck.
She nearly did. We got about midway through Arkansas. We are going the highway route. So all those like tight turns, you might remember that because we were driving. And it was like fucking 9, 10 p.m. It was pitch black, and we were going through these little fucking turns, like left, right, all the way through Arkansas, like the Ozarks, to get to Louisiana. And
Right.
god damn, dude, I breathed wrong, and now I'm coughing my ass off. But anyway, get through the Arkansas, get to Louisiana. We stop at like 10:30 p.m. at some stupid little hotel. And we get this hotel. It's like a fucking $30 at the time. It was like $30 a night. Okay, guys, I know I'm old. Okay, I'm old. All right, I remember $30 a night hotels. Shittiest hotel I've ever been to in my life. We pull in. We have the U-Haul trailer, that red van we still had, which is like a Ford Astro, similar to that. Either way, it was given to us by our grandma, like when she passed away. And then mom sent me with $20 to go and get a pizza from somewhere and bring it back so we could eat pizza. And she asked me to get her a Pepsi because
The one thing I do remember from going down there is that we stopped at this one location and we were on the phone with Grandpa,
Yep.
like on a payphone because that's how old I am because I still remember payphones.
Yep. So you guys talked on the payphone, right? And then she sent me to go get the pizza.
Oh, so that was the same day.
That was the same day. Yep, that's where we stopped.
Oh,
There was a
that was like
the
in the middle of
payphone.
the night.
It was in the middle of the night. The payphone was outside the hotel, and she sent me to go get the pizza. Because delivery fees was like $2 more than we had. I could get a pizza for $18, or no, it was less than that. It was like $10. Yeah, it was $10 pizza. I get a pizza, $10. I could only get, but the delivery fee was like $3. You know what I mean? So come on, guys. Can't pay that $3. We're limited on funds. I think Grandma left us like $1,000 to move down to Louisiana to be with Mom's like stupid boyfriend. I love fucking. I hope he's dead. He might be dead. Like,
I don't know. I look up his obituary all the time, and he hasn't died yet.
fuck.
I haven't checked this month though.
My mom has been with at least 3 or 4 guys that deserve to be dead, but through pure spite, I'm not going to give you details, but imagine the worst thing you can imagine, and they pretty much are at that level or right below it. Really close, guys. Really close. We didn't grow up nice. We did not grow up nice. We grew up trailer trash. Yeah, let's put it that way. Anyway, so I go get this pizza, and I don't even know why we started this story, but anyway, I go get this pizza. I come back. After they've already talked to Grandpa, I didn't get to talk to Grandpa. I was really sad about it. And what a lot of people don't know, including my family, is that Grandpa took me aside and said, "If you don't want to go, let me know, and I will fight to keep you, your brothers and sisters here."
You should have done it.
Probably, honestly, but man, my grandpa is so broken at that point.
It probably would have been good for him though.
Yeah, but I didn't want to stress him out anymore, you know? His wife had just died. You know, the love of his life had just died.
True.
And a lot of people don't know what that means, but him and my grandma had been together since like their 20s. And she died at 58, 57, I can't remember.
He literally had this conversation with me one time where he said that he thought he knew what home was until he lost her, and then he realized that she was his home. And that just broke me.
Exactly. Like when I say that they were forever type of people, I mean they were forever type of and
That was probably the most beautiful thing I ever heard.
And I didn't want to be a burden to him while he was dealing with all that. If I had known what was going to happen next, I probably would have asked him to keep us. And Sam was ready too. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sam was ready. Sam was ready to take us in. Props to my Uncle Sam. Love you. I love you so much. They were willing to. Like, even though Sam has like fucking 8 kids or some shit, you know, and he has a lot of kids. Okay, it's not 8.
He only
I know
had
it's
2
not.
kids at
I
that
know
time.
yeah, I know it's not 8, Uncle. I know it's not, but he was ready. He was
Does
ready
he
to
watch
take
his videos?
I don't think he does. I'll send him this one. But
Oh, okay.
I was completely willing. Yeah, anyway, I thought, you know, I was happy enough we were getting away from certain people that shall remain nameless, okay, Megan? Hint. Hint. I was more than happy with that. And see, I'm trying to leave names out of this, you know? But I was more than happy. I was so happy to be away from certain people that I was like, it couldn't possibly get worse. And it didn't, to be fair. Actually, the person Mom ended up going to was not worse at all. That doesn't mean he was good. FYI, guys, spoiler alert. My mom has terrible choice of men. However, with as bad as he was still an upgrade. And that should tell you all you need to know about who we were running from.
I don't know. My personal experience, it was pretty damn terrible.
Yeah, but you didn't exist for the other one, so let me tell you, Dan, as bad as he was, Megan, million times better than who you think and know that we're talking about.
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about my dad.
You're not supposed to name names, Megan.
I'm not. I did say his name.
Yeah, but either way, he was awful, guys. Like, and for him, you actually can imagine the worst thing that you think, and you would be right. Exactly.
Well, one thing's for sure, he wouldn't have he wasn't a diddler.
Wasn't that, but he was a R word.
True.
Yep. Because of
Very
what he
true.
did. Yeah.
To mom, yeah.
Yep. 100%. 100%. And you know for a fact that she did something, because if she didn't, he would have been crazy violent. For lack of a better word. There's no nice way to put it, guys. There's no nice way to put it.
Right.
Now, would he have done that to kids? No. No. Your dad wasn't a Diddy. Your dad was not a Diddy. I will say that, Megan. Your dad was not a Diddy. He was everything else. He was not a Diddy.
That's true.
So that's good. I mean, that's awful. That's the worst thing imaginable. Imagine if the best thing you could say about somebody was like, well, at least they're not a pedophile. That's like, dude, that's like slapping somebody with your backhand, bro.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that I know what he did to you guys and whatever.
Yeah, you never had to deal with the actual stuff. I'm gonna leave this video at that because it's pretty much over. You guys know way too much about our family history now, but let's be real. Let's be real. I will say that, Megan. I will 100% say that. Your dad was not a diddler. He was not Diddy. and in fact, I do know 100% true that when he did find out somebody did do that, he beat the ever living fuck out of them.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty hypocritical coming from him, right? To try and beat someone else for being abusive, but props to him. You know, he never felt he didn't fall to absolute zero as a shitty person. He only went to about a 10 out of 100.
Right.
Yeah. So, jokes aside, at least we know that. At least we know that. Yeah, that is actually, you know what? That's a ray of light in a sea of darkness. God,
right.
What dark humor I have. And I'm like, why is my humor so dark? And then here I am laughing because your dad's not a fucking, he's not a fucking diddler. Oh, good job, Dad. You managed not to fuck a child. And that's the only good thing that could be said about you. Good job, dude. Oh, fuck you.
I wasn't defending him on anything else except for him. Like, hey, no, he's not a diddler.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only thing you could think of, too. Like, well, at least my dad, didn't fuck children. Good job. Good job. Good job. Alright, guys. Sorry this video went on too long. I'm drunk, but Megan has no excuse. This is all Megan's fault.
I love you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. All like 20 of you to watch, maybe. I hope you liked this video about the mole people with too much information in our past. Just leave a comment, man. Leave a comment below. Tell us stuff that you've liked watching, and I would really appreciate it. Just give me a recommendation. I will watch whatever the top comment is, and I promise I will watch whatever the top comment is, even if it's something really, really dumb. And I won't even tell you it's dumb. I'll imply it. Thanks for Right on the Edge, boys. Cheers to you. Cheers to the homies. And once more, cheers to the loss of Grandpa's past, man. They did what they did, and you're here because of it.
And that Paul dude in this video, too.
Yeah, whatever she just said. Alright, bye, guys.